Mrs. Gerber here with another library lesson. Today we are moving on to a brand new unit. So we just got done with coding and now we are moving on to engineering. Now we are going to go through the engineering design process. So I'm going to be explaining each of those steps today. And you should have received a kit like this from your teacher. If you are a remote student, they are out front for you to pick up. So you will want that starting next week. And the reason why I sent these is since we can't be at our launch pad creating, I wanted you to at least have some materials to get started. Now, don't worry about what's in these kits yet. Save it for our next lesson, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get started and learn a little bit about what are engineers and what is the engineering design process. So we'll be ready to dive right into our project next time.
Check out the bird feeder, Moby. Oh no, this happened yesterday too. Squirrels keep stealing the food. Moby, we need to build something better. Time for some engineering. What is engineering? Engineering is the area of science and technology that explores designing, building, and improving things to solve problems. Engineers invent technology that can change the way we work or learn, and improve the way we live. They work together to create tools that help us gather information about our world. Engineers build vehicles that help us travel and find ways to keep us safer. They build homes and plan cities, and improve how we use resources. Engineers collaborate or work together to investigate problems and explore different ways to solve them. A process is a set of steps you take to reach a goal. Engineers follow a process to solve a problem. How do you find and understand a problem? Think about the world around you. Is there anything that could be better or more useful? Is there something you can create to help someone? The problem is that squirrels keep eating all the food, so the birds don't get any. First, gather information about the problem. You can research online or at the library, ask a trusted expert, or make observations. Let's observe the squirrels in our bird feeder. You may want to take notes, draw pictures, take photos, or even record video or audio to gather information. So, the squirrels climb down over the top of the bird feeder to get to the food. Now that we understand the problem, we can make a plan. How do you plan an engineering project? Start by brainstorming ways to solve the problem. Maybe if we lower the bird feeder, squirrels won't be able to climb down. Good idea. We can also cover the top of the bird feeder so squirrels can't reach the food. Sometimes you can use more than one idea to solve a problem. What should we use to cover the bird feeder? We can brainstorm different designs. A design is a plan for how something looks or works. Cool! We can use a plastic bowl to cover the bird feeder. Now it's time to make a plan to test our design. List all the steps of your plan and think about the materials you need to engineer your design. How do you test and improve your design? As you carry out your plan, observe and see if your design solves the problem. Take notes and collect data or information as you observe. Oh no, the squirrel got into the bird feeder again. Don't worry, Moby. Designs don't always work. plastic bowl was a good idea, but it didn't work. We should use something that's hard for the squirrels to climb over. Wow, that's a great idea. A plastic bottle is slippery and has steep sides so the squirrels won't be able to climb over it. If your plan doesn't work, you can always brainstorm more ideas or improve your designs. You can move around throughout the process until you solve the problem. There's more than one way to solve a problem, so take your time and try out different ideas. What are you doing, Moby? You engineered a squirrel feeder?
Now let's review each of those steps of the engineering design process that we just learned. The top is that question mark that says ask, asking what's the problem? Define constraints. That means are there any limits, like we're only allowed to use certain materials or things like that. Next, heading down the circle is imagine with a light bulb. Brainstorm and choose a solution. Think of all the possible solutions. So lots of thinking in this stage. Now down where the pencil is, plan. This is where we draw it. Make our sketch and make a materials list. Now here's the fun part with the hammer. Create. This is where you actually get to make it and try it out. And the last stage is improve with that thumbs up. This is where we test it and make it better. And if it's not going too well, we may need to repeat the whole thing over again. That's why it goes in a circle to get our best possible design. Here I am in the Library Schoology course going into the folder for this week and the appropriate day. You will see two things here after watching the video. We're going to be doing an engineering design process quiz. It's actually going to be a matchup here. So you'll head in and click Start Attempt. And from here you have to read each of these descriptions. Each one of these 5 descriptions describe one of these steps of the engineering design process. So it's either the ask stage where we're asking questions and thinking of all the possible solutions, the imagine stage where we're doing all that thinking, the planning stage where we're starting to sketch and plan it out, creating where we actually start following the plan and making something, and then improving where we're testing it out and fixing our design. So each of these, you just pull them up wherever they belong and drop them in the place. Once you're all done, you hit the review down there to submit it, and you can have 2 attempts total to match these up.